Hello and welcome to The Insider, a show designed to clue you into the biggest news, events and announcements inside the video games industry, discussing with you some things you may know, some things you may not, and the glue that holds it all together is a little bit of my own opinion. My name is Paul James, thank you very much for watching, and let's kick off another episode. So, as of the time of you're viewing this, and as of my time of recording, GamesCom, basically Europe's equivalent to E3, is only a few days away. Now, the event is not quite as big as E3 in terms of the presence of the publishers. This year we're only getting a single conference from one of the console manufacturers, Microsoft, and as such, this week I'm going to break down some of my predictions and thoughts as we move into that particular event. First point for today, and it's probably the most obvious one, and it surrounds the Xbox One X. The console got its formal reveal at E3. We've known about it as Project Scorpio since E3 last year, June last year, but we now know it to be called the Xbox One X. We now know that it's coming November 7th. We know plenty about it, but then there's also at the same time lots of things we don't know. I'd love to see really what this games console can do. We know that Forza 7 is going to look fantastic. We know that Crackdown's coming for it, more on that shortly. And there's a whole bunch of other games coming, but take the lid off the cover a little bit, show us a little bit of what's inside, teach us a little bit of what this thing can do, because it is a super powerful unit. It does, as much as I'm a PlayStation fan, blow my PS4 Pro out the window. I really want to see what this console can do, because then maybe I'll consider a purchase one way or the other. One final little point on the Xbox One X. Americans still can't pre-order the console. Us in Australia, we've been added to a waiting list. To this point, no one's gotten any confirmation at all whether we're actually going to be able to get one of these consoles on day one. Hopefully, some news about that is also to be revealed. We're up to point number 2, and from this point onwards, it's all about games. And the first thing that I expect us to hear a lot about is Crackdown 3. This has been a much scrutinised project. The game's been in development for a long time. It's gone through many different iterations. They've focused on the cloud, they've focused on multiplayer beta, they've done a whole bunch of different things, and a lot of them have fallen through. We now know that Crackdown 3 is on track to release November 7th, barring any last minute delays. But the thing is, we still don't know much about it. There's this whole multiplayer component that, despite the promise of a beta, fell through, so we've not seen anything of that. What we've seen of the campaign has been very minimal, and in the eyes of some, not particularly impressive. This is the opportunity for Microsoft to come out and blow the doors open on that game. We know nothing, there's a lot of skepticism out there. This is your chance to right this wrong. Let's make it happen, Microsoft. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Time to step up your boom! Oh, that's my cue! It's go time! Yeah, son! Oh yeah! Welcome to the agency!
Third point for today, and it relates to Rare and Sea of Thieves. Rare is a studio that the games industry, the fans within it, they love. They are the reason why Donkey Kong Country exists. Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, Viva Pinata, Banjo-Kazooie, and countless of other fantastic IP. They're the reason why they all exist. Now, they've gone through a bit of a rut in recent years. Kinect Sports did a lot of damage to their brand. A lot of other little things that basically related to Kinect specifically have caused a few problems for them. But Sea of Thieves looks to be rectifying that issue. The game looks fantastic. It's Destiny-ish in terms of it seems to be an open world, shared world shooter. Well, not a shooter, but a shared world. And there's lots of promising things that the game's doing. We've been promised, courtesy of E3, that the game is to be coming in early 2018. Now, that could be anywhere between January and June, so we don't know yet. But this is the perfect opportunity to show us a bit more, show us something a little bit different, and give us a release date. It'd be fantastic, and it's something to hang the Xbox One X, the Xbox One brand, on going into 2018, because at this point, we don't know a hell of a lot in that space.
Don't stop, keep going. Almost there. Watch that next step, it's a doozy. rescue.
Fourth point for today, and we're still focusing on Xbox exclusives here. I'm talking Halo, and I'm talking Halo because we've been teased by the Halo franchise a little bit in recent years. Halo 5 is still kind of kicking. The multiplayer's been really successful. There's lots of cool things they're doing in that space. Halo Wars 2 was awesome. There's lots of good things going on with that franchise, but Halo 6 is what people are clamoring for now. Halo 5 story was a little bit of a letdown. 343 have promised they're looking to rectify that. There was this tease that we might see a little bit of Halo related stuff at E3. It didn't happen in terms of core Halo games. That didn't happen. Maybe GamesCom is our first opportunity to get the slight tease, maybe an equivalent to the Halo 5 tease where we saw Chief in his hood and the giant monstrosity emerging from the sand. Maybe this is our time to get our first little sneak peek at what Halo 6, which presumably is going to come out in 2018, is going to be. My fifth and final projection for today is that we're finally going to see the long rumoured, speculated and leaked Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now this is a sticky topic because the last Tomb Raider game, Rise of the Tomb Raider, was initially exclusive for the Xbox One. I do not expect that that's going to happen again in this case. But there's been a lot of speculation that maybe Square Enix is going to be returning the favour to PlayStation, given what happened there and given the lack of sales they got when they went exclusive with Xbox, at least out the gate. I don't expect that to happen. I don't expect Shadow of the Tomb Raider to be exclusive to the Xbox One again. I think Square Enix have learnt their lesson in this space. But I think they're going to be shooting down this rumour that it's going to be exclusive to PlayStation by debuting on the Xbox stage. That means that yes, we'll see our first trailer there on the Xbox platform, but with the promise after the fact that the game is going to be coming to PlayStation, PC and the usual sort of deal. Look forward to it. We don't know a lot about the game yet. We know it's not the core Crystal Dynamics team, but there's lots of promise in this game and I can't wait to see more about it. So that concludes another episode of The Insider. Those were my 5 predictions from Xbox at GamesCom 2017. The event is only a couple days away. Make sure to tune in Monday 5 AM Australian time. It's running at Sunday at midday, something really convenient for the Europeans, not so great for us. But Monday 5 AM, courtesy of Mixer and a whole bunch of different streams that'll all be available. I'm sure your IGNs and your big publishers like that will be running streams as well. Make sure to check those out so you can watch along live. Make sure to visit the site player2.net.au where we'll have lots of awesome written opinions based on some of the things that we see, some of the news as it breaks. We'll be making sure to talk about that. Paul James P2 on Twitter. Player2AU on Twitter. Again, you can keep up with the live impressions of what's going on there at the event. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Give us some feedback. Let me know some of your opinions and things that you might expect to see at Gamescom this year, whether it's Xbox or not. We'd love to hear what you have to say there. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time.